The Chinese industry has taken knockoffs to a whole other level, especially when it comes to cars. They're not just knockoffs. They are exact replicas of famous cars, and you'd be surprised by how many Chinese copycats there are on the roads these days. From BAIC's copy of the G-Wagon to Geely's version of the Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Nice.
Welcome back to Infinite Mileage, where I'll take you through the 10 greatest car knockoffs. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash the subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the awesome car content. 10. BYD S8. From the country known for knockoff Gucci bags and fake Raleighs that the bully in your school used to wear, comes the BYD S8. It's a car designed and made in China that's an unapologetic copycat of a Mercedes-Benz. BYD, short for Build Your Dreams, is a major Chinese brand, and they make awesome cars, but their S8 lacks originality. The S8 is a car that channels the 2000 to 2009 Mercedes-Benz CLK convertible vibe with front-end déjà vu from the headlights to the grille. They are a total copy-paste from the CLK, but of course, BYD couldn't match the same luxury as Mercedes. 9. Landwind X7. If a grin spreads across your face as you read the name of this car, you're not alone. The Chinese replica of the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque is proudly known as the Landwind X7. Yep, they've tossed in an extra word. But sadly, it doesn't make up for the quality gap between the two. Like the rest of the world, China has a growing appetite for luxury SUVs, but high import costs make them too expensive for the average Chinese car buyer to walk straight. This is probably why Chinese knockoff SUVs like the Landwind X7 entered the picture, and the resemblance it has with the Range Rover Evoque is uncanny. The saving grace for the Landwind X7 is its lower starting price of approximately $20,000. So if you decide to buy it, it's nothing compared to Land Rover's $86,000 price tag. 8. Suzhou Eagle Carry. Let me tell you about another very interesting car knockoff, which can only be described as a Frankenstein creation of the Ferrari FF and the Porsche 718 Cayman. You see, it's a very weird mixture, with the front resembling the sleek Italian supercar, while the rear is a mirror image of the Porsche Cayman. But there's more to this story. This car isn't exactly a beacon of luxury. It's predominantly made from affordable plastic, unlike the luxury and carbon fiber builds from either Porsche or Ferrari. I guess the manufacturer just lost their vision halfway through the designing process. The Eagle Carry made its debut in 2015, but strangely, there's no data on how many of these monstrosities were sold. Interestingly enough, they even copied the Porsche logo, but if you visit the official manufacturer's website, you won't find any mention of the Suzhou Eagle Carry. Instead, I found that they showcase their electric golf carts and shuttle buses instead. I suppose some mysteries are best left unsolved. I've saved the most uncanny knockoff for last, so stick around to see which one it is. Like this video and subscribe to our channel if you still haven't. 7. Huansu C60. If you're dreaming of a Lamborghini Urus and don't really care about its comfort, safety, or performance, then the Huansu C60 might be easier on your wallet. Besides, it seems like the designers decided to blend elements from a Cayenne into this too. That's an absolute win.
Shut up!
Now, before you jump in excitement for its price of around $14,362, it's worth knowing that instead of a twin-turbo V8 engine, the Huansu C60 settles for a puny 2.0-liter turbo, smaller than your niece's sippy cup. But it whips up enough horsepower for your daily commute, but for the most part, it could be described as, well, a little disappointing for the way it looks. 6. Zotia SR8. The Zotia SR8, similar to the Huansu C60, looks like the Porsche Macan you'd get if you went car shopping on Wish.com. In their defense, it's not a terrible knockoff because it can pass for a Macan from a distance, but it's a different story when you take a closer look. And unlike an actual Macan, the base model offers a manual transmission, which is pretty unusual for the modern car market. Unfortunately, instead of Porsche's amazing engines, the SR8 base model comes with a Mitsubishi engine generating 190 horsepower. But they do have more options, including a 2.0-liter turbo engine delivering 252 horsepower, or a range of larger engines, including a 3.0-liter, a 3.6-liter V6, and a 3.0-liter V6 turbo diesel. It's got the power! 5. BAIC BJ80 6x6. The Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG 6x6 rolled into the car industry as a luxurious limited edition beast with an extra axle, 2 more wheels, and a 536 horsepower AMG twin-turbo V8 engine that flexes harder than that new guy at my gym. Now meet its budget-friendly cousin, the Beijing Auto BJ80 SUV. It borrowed a Saab 2.3-liter single-turbo 4-cylinder engine through a deal between BAIC and GM back in 2009. Hats off to Beijing Auto for nailing that part and that quirky tow hook and 6x6 inches badge placement on the BJ80. 4. Hunked Cantisi. China's been selling Range Rover knockoffs within China for over 3 years now, and what's scary is that these knockoffs have actual Land Rover, Range Rover, Sport, and Autobiography badges. It also seems like the designers, if you can call them that, took some creative liberties with the rear design of the car. I think they did this so a lawyer wouldn't be on their case. But the interior is a whole different story. That's right, guys, the 3-spoke steering wheel doesn't match the Range Rover style in any way. And the upholstery and flashy LCD screens aren't anything like a Land Rover. 3. Hengqin L4600. Everybody's heard of the Toyota Land Cruiser for being the superstar of SUVs, sleek, reasonably priced, and meticulously put together. Now meet its doppelganger, the Hengqin L4600. Sure, it struts in looking like a Land Cruiser, but it's more like the budget version of the more expensive Lexus lineup of the Land Cruiser. The L4600 even has a luxurious leather-stitched interior, goes big on size, and even flexes a 4.6-liter V8 engine under the hood. Damn, if you dared to show it the kind of terrain the Land Cruiser laughs at, the L4600 might just stumble and fumble, learning the hard way that being a copycat doesn't always cut it. 2. Dongfeng Hanma. Back in the 2000s, the automotive world was devoured by the Hummer craze, so it's no surprise this caught the eye of Chinese manufacturers, and it wasn't just one, but a bunch of them that decided to jump on the Hummer trend. There were cars like the BAIC Yongshi, Shenyang SFQ 2040, and of course, the Dongfeng Hanma who decided it's Hummer time. The People's Liberation Army saw the Humvee's prowess post-Desert Storm, and instead of purchasing from AM General, they snagged civilian Hummer H1S, stripped them, and handed Dongfeng the contract to make a Humvee for them. While the carmaker eventually ventured into its own parts, it kickstarted with the exact components AM General used in their Hummers to create a nearly identical Hummer for the Chinese market. But forget it, Jake, it's Chinatown. 1. Geely GE. The M Grand CE, previously known as the Geely GE, burst onto the scene in 2009, but Geely seemed unaware of how much their car looked like another luxury model. They confidently claimed their car was a modern take on a classic. But if you look closely, you can see that the Spirit of Ecstasy took some pills before making it onto the hood of the Geely GE. What's funny is that Geely parked their car next to the real Rolls-Royce Phantom at the Shanghai Motor Show and insisted they saw no similarities. Now, Rolls-Royce didn't sue them because Geely's copy cost less than $50,000, while the Phantom starts at $350,000, so Rolls-Royce let it slide. That's all for today's episode. Did I miss a clone on today's episode? Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing your thoughts and hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Till then, take care.